First, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say Shalom to the elected nation of Israel, who we endure all things for, and Shalom to all the Akim, Wa Akwathim, who believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai unto the bitter end. I say yet again, Shalom. So y'all see the title. We all need the kingdom of heaven. We all need it to be established sooner rather than later. And why is that? Because things are getting worse and worse over time, financially, socially, economically, morally. Things have gotten way worse post 2020 in Babylon the Great, all across Babylon the Great. And it's not going to get any better for anybody. Not for the nation of Israel and the rest of the other heathen nations that are here in Babylon the Great and in the current world all around the world. Everybody's feeling the effects of how so much wickedness has plagued their societies. Now, of course, you have certain remnants of certain societies that have some form of righteousness, but ultimately, just about every nation on this earth is sick and they need help. And of course, the nation of Israel, we need the most help out of everybody. And Yahweh Bahashem Shai knows that for a fact. And Shalom to brother Karatazak. Yahweh Bahashem Shai Barakatah, brother. Shalom, man. So let me go into it. In the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Reading on, looking forward and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And we all know nuclear missiles are going to hit Babylon the Great. It's going to come. It's just a fact. It's not a matter of opinion. It's written in the scriptures, and everything's going to come to pass. That is written in the scriptures. So we better do our part as servants of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, make our bodies a living sacrifice, and really go out into the highways and hedges. And if we don't do that, we continue to believe, we continue to sup with those who believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, continue to edify through various means, giving alms, giving more prayers, more fasts, so we can get the hell out of the society, because it's way too plagued. There's just way too demonic activities. There's way too much of it. There's too much sin. There's too much just evil upon evil in Babylon the Great. We all need out of here. Everybody. It's not just us. Everyone. Period. It's not a matter of, we don't know if that's true. Everyone, for their own sake, for their own, so that they don't get destroyed. Because we all know what will happen to those who remain in Babylon the Great. Let me get Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? And that's our people unto this very day. All they care about is pleasing the heathens, the same people who hate them and have subjugated them for a very, very long time. For thousands of years, they still look to these people for guidance when they don't even know what's going on either. They're worshiping idols and other gods that are not Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. They don't care about Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But if you're an Israelite, you're supposed to care, and you're supposed to believe in that power, because that's our God. That's the true living God of everything, seen and unseen. And that's the only help we're going to get. That's how we're going to get our salvation, through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Nobody else. Let me keep reading on, though. In verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's going to come at some point in the near future. Righteousness is going to reign upon everybody. Everybody's going to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The Israelites are going to keep them perfectly, because it's going to be in our inward part. And all the other heathens, y'all going to have to keep it just like we do right now, to the best of our ability. And there's going to be no excuses. Everybody's going to have us, but when it comes to the heathens, they're going to keep it. And if not, there's going to be consequences. And it's going to be so much better in the kingdom of heaven that everybody's going to be like, what the hell were we doing in the other life, in this crazy, messed up world that the Edomites had us under. The food was defiled. There's so much GMO foods, pesticides, insecticides. We're drinking fluoridated water. This water's poisonous. It's not good for your body. Then you have air pollution. The air is polluted with all these different fossil fuels. So much carbon monoxide being released into the environment. Deforestation. The forests are being cut down, and we need these forests to obviously maintain our inward flesh. But what do we know? We don't know what's going on according to this stupid ass world. Everybody needs help. We all need to get the hell out of this wicked ass society. And Shalom to New Jerusalem 144 DA. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Brakatah, brother. Shalom, man. And let me keep going. In verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. That's why right now in 2025, that's what we should all be doing. You're seeing, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is making his appearance well known all throughout the earth. And it's only going to increase. Best believe that. It's not going to get any better for anybody. It's only more judgments, more wrath, more disasters upon everybody. Everybody, even including our own people. Everybody's going to get tested. Everybody's going to have a specific part to play pre the kingdom of heaven. Before we get there. Soon enough, everybody's going to have to answer to somebody. And shalom to brother Enos. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Brakatah, brother. Shalom, man. Let me see. But get this as well. I got a couple of precepts I have in mind. I'm going to get all those real quick. The water, brothers. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. The whole earth is going to be at rest. Once the kingdom of heaven is established, everything is going to be in its organic order. Everything is going to be naturally where it's supposed to be. There's not going to be any rebellion. There's not going to be any sort of unnatural, artificial intelligence that's going to be a part of the kingdom of heaven. That's going to be long gone. That's going to be something of the past, and we're going to have nothing to worry about when it comes to those kinds of things. Everything is going to be where it's supposed to rightfully be at. The food is going to be great. The drinks we have is going to be great. Everything is going to be perfect. And the heathens who are going to be under us, they're going to be happy that they're under us, because we're going to rule in righteousness. Even though we're going to have them under with a rod of iron, everybody's going to have a specific role to play. And everyone is going to be just, man, it's going to be, you can't even describe it in certain words how great the kingdom of heaven is going to be. It's just going to be perfect. It's literally, you can't even say how, you can't even verbalize it, how ethereal, how magnificent it's going to be. It's going to be literally incredible. We all need it. Every last one of us. Even our people who don't even see it, who talk shit, who don't know what's going on, lost in the sauce, they need it. They need it just as bad as we do. Keep going, verse 8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. And everybody's going to rejoice, even including the trees themselves. They're going to understand that finally, we're finally able to breathe. We can finally give a sigh of relief after having to take in so much poison and toxins and all these various chemicals into our environment as a result of how wicked the rulership under our wicked evil twin brother, the Edomites, and how they messed up everybody, including the plants, the animals. Everyone's going to be rejoicing finally. And even the Edomites are going to be rejoicing. You know why? Because they're not going to be in power anymore. Righteousness is going to reign. And because of that, everybody's going to acknowledge that righteousness is how you're supposed to rule under the guidelines and the policies and procedures of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Let me get this as well. And the only way we can manifest the kingdom of heaven is once Babylon the Great is completely utterly destroyed by nuclear missiles. Because this place is way too proud. Way too proud for no reason. There's no reason to be prideful as a result of Yahweh Shimei Shai giving you some power to you Edomites. And now y'all think y'all some high and mighty group of people and y'all really not. And that's why we're going to humble y'all soon enough. Soon enough, y'all going to acknowledge that y'all needed this subjugation and y'all need to be destroyed for your own sake. And shalom to Yawitazah War. And shalom to Brother Angel Padilla Kabak Shana. Yahweh Shimei Shai Barakatah, brothers. Shalom, man. We get this in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Adonai Yahweh of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. The Lord is visiting this place, and it's only manifesting through more and more judgments over time. What happened in California and Palisades, that's nothing. You brothers know that. That's just a small inkling of what's to come in the near future. Through the nuclear missiles, the Holocaust with fire, the famines. Everything is going to have its rightful time before the kingdom of heaven is finally established. And it's going to be established by an innumerable amount of death upon everybody that's not of the elect of the nation of Israel. Let's keep going. Verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. And we already seen a small inkling of those fires happening. And they're very prideful, and they really think they can't get touched. That's how wicked you people are. And I'm talking about all you Babylonians, particularly the Edomites. They think they're untouchable when they really are touchable. The Lord has just done it right now, and he's done it in the past, and he's going to continue to manifest more disasters upon all you proud people. Because for your sakes, y'all need to be completely eviscerated out of existence. And even our own people, prideful, either within the circumcision or outside the circumcision, it's just so much pride and arrogancy. It boggles my mind, man. And that's why the Lord has to come back for everyone's sake. Everybody has to get put back in the kingdom of heaven. Not just me, everybody. And shalom to Thawad Judah. Yahweh Shimei Shai Barakatah, brother. Shalom, man. Let's keep going. In verse 33. Thus saith the Adonai Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And that's why a lot of calamities are happening upon Babylon the Great. Because y'all refuse to let us go. Just like in ancient Egypt. 430 years. And Pharaoh was so prideful, so proud that he thought, nah, we don't want to give up the nation of Israel to anybody. I want to keep them as hardcore slaves. As hardcore slaves, that's what he wanted. And guess what happened? The downfall of Egypt happened immediately. Because of pride, your arrogancy. You just need death. Y'all that's so arrogant, so prideful, so you think you got it all good. Y'all need to be put out of your misery, man. Because the Lord hates pride. He hates arrogancy. He hates roughness. And the fear of the Lord goes before the obtaining of authority. Roughness and pride is the losing thereof. That goes for those within the circumcision and outside. And y'all gonna lose your lives because of that. Let me get verse 34. Their Redeemer, Yahweh Shai, is strong. The Adonai, Yahweh Shimei Shai of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. That's what everybody needs. Everybody needs to be at rest in their rightful spot in the kingdom of heaven. And it's going to come. We just have to continue to build that fire, that spiritual fire that all of us brothers have. Continue to work that fire. Continue to really embrace that fire. Because the Lord, he's working. He's doing his part. He's up 24/7. He's outside of the realm of time. So you should be doing your part. Likewise me, speaking for myself. Let me get this. real quick. Also, the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. And we are in those days. We're not far out. We're not where Ezra was. What is it? About 2,300 years ago. We're not where he was. We're actually at the last of the last days right now. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's talking about the remnant, the elect of the nation of Israel. Of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And those of you who've been scattered because of our disobedience to our power. If we remain in Babylon the Great, nobody's going to be saved. Everybody's going to be completely destroyed. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has made it clear in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, there's a bunch of signs of the ends, signs and effects. Everything has been manifesting more and more over time. Knowing who we are, everybody knows who we are. And it's only like a small group of people that have not heard of the Hebrew Israelites. And it's all about those who hear the message, just like Yahushua said, my sheep hear my voice. They heard the voice, they heard the calling, and they're doing the work. Because if you don't do the work, we can't manifest the kingdom of heaven. And first, I believe 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 20 talks about that. For the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not in word, but in power. It's not just saying it. You actually have to, we have to exert, we have to exude, we have to really put out there the vibration, that energy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It's not going to just come out by saying it. You have to actually put your feet on the ground, on concrete, out there, putting in effort for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because we're not going to get out of here until we all put our part. That's a fact. That's not a matter of opinion. That is a freaking fact. Let me get this. And those who have been oppressing us for a very long time, not even for the past 500 years. We're talking about the ancient Romans, the ancient Greeks, the Medieval Persians, the ancient Babylonians in Egypt. The nation of Israel has been oppressed for a very long time. And in this time, those who have inherited us for the past 500 years, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. And that rude awakening is the fact that they're going to be subjugated under us. Adon Ratazak, we be of those first fruits. All of us that are truly sincere and doing the work. Let me get this in the book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. That's talking about, that could go twofold. It could both talk about the Edomites and the heathens. They're children of they're abominable children because they don't care about righteousness. They just care about not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Just observing their gods and their deities and deifying them on this earth with no reverence for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And they're abominable children. And for your sakes, y'all just need to be completely destroyed so that y'all can come back in the kingdom of heaven, finally observing the law, statutes, and commandments, which is righteousness. Verse 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Because how did they make Babylon the Great where it is today? By enslaving our people, by committing so much mass genocide against our people, by lying to us, taking away who we are and our heritage, saying that we're just niggas, spicks, and wetbacks, when we're literally none of those things. We are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the greatest people on this planet. And y'all that had us in captivity for over 500 years, you Edomites and everybody else, and we're talking, and not just Esau. You got the Ishmaelites with the trans-Saharan slave trade, teaching us about Islam. Y'all gotta pay, and y'all going to pay. Let me keep going. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. And they're going to complain about their ancestors doing what they do, what they've done in the past lives, Well, you are your ancestors in the regeneration. So what they've done around the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s, the 2000s, you are the beneficiary of those people. And someone has to pick up that tab. Someone has to pay. Everybody has a specific role to fulfill. And your destruction, you heathens and you Edomites, is that of subjugation, enslavement, and of course your annihilation, which is going to happen. Oh, but my father, it was everything was in the past. Nah, you got to pay. We serve a righteous power, and he's going to render exactly what it is that is written, and that's what we want as well. We get this too. In verse 8, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Yahweh. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. And that's plain upon tables. They're getting more wealth. They're getting more prideful, more arrogant as the days go by, because they think that they're untouchable. When Yahweh Shemiah Shai is ready to render a lot of judgment. And shalom to Salakia, shalom to brother Danya Allah, Yahweh Shemiah Shai Brakatah, brother. Shalom, man. Y'all gotta pay. All you ungodly ass people. That goes within the circumcision, outside the circumcision, everybody gotta pay. Because of your pride, your arrogancy. That's why we need it, the kingdom of heaven. Because if we don't get it, everybody is just gonna be, man, it's gonna be very bad for everybody. And that's why we need it. Everybody needs it. Of course, the elect of the nation of Israel needs it more than everybody else. But when it comes down to it, everybody as a whole, every nation needs it for the good of the earth too, because the earth is his own spirit. You know, we already know the earth is languishing. The earth is mourning. The earth is not at rest. But in the kingdom of heaven is going to be at rest. It's going to be good to go. Let me get this too. In verse 9. In Sirach chapter 41 and verse 9, and if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse, and if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. That's talking about you abominable children, especially you Edomites. Y'all going to be born into a curse. Y'all going to be cursed just like us. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Let's get that real quick. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Adonai Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Y'all gonna be cursed until y'all completely out of existence. And that's only for one nation. Only one nation's been predestined for destruction. That's the nation of Edom. What y'all did, for your own sakes, y'all need to be destroyed. Because if y'all stay where y'all are to this day, there's gonna be just pure death for everyone, and we don't want that. And Yahweh Shemiah Shai is not gonna allow that. And Job chapter 20 talks about his days are numbered. Your days are numbered. So don't worry. There's a cutoff section for the wicked, and it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go to the book of Sirach chapter 41 and verse 10 now. All that are of the earth shall turn to earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction. Your destruction is going to be after 1,000 years of serving slavery in the kingdom of heaven. And it's going to be for your own good. Verse 11, the mourning of men is about their bodies, but an ill name of sinners shall be blotted out. Hey, you're going to be blotted out of existence. And good for y'all. Good for y'all. Rightfully deserved. Let me check the precepts real quick for me brothers. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain. And that you got to learn death by pain. And that goes for the wicked of our people, and that goes for everybody that's a heathen, that's an Edomite, that's a Moabite, an Ammonite. Y'all all need a serious destruction because y'all just so proud. And that pride is going to be your own demise. That's the last thing y'all actually think. The nation of Israel is going to come back to their remembrance, and that we're just going to be where we are forever, when that's not true at all. We have a God, and we know who he is. And now those who are the remnant, the elect, they are slowly but surely waking up. And it's only going to get worse for everybody else who's not of that number. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Everything is in groaning. Everything is literally they're just not where they should be, in an organic, natural state of ease. Because the whole world is at dis-ease as a result of so much evil and so much focusing on the wickedness of this world. That's why things are where they are. The plants, the animals, the people, they're restless. They're at dis-ease, literally. And we need the kingdom of heaven for everybody. So everybody is going to be where they rightfully deserve to be. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. And that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven too. Everyone's going to understand, wow, this is a great people. The Israelites, they know exactly how to govern a society. They have a very formed government. They know how to go about the land Sabbaths. They know what's righteous and what's not righteous. Because you got to understand, the law, statutes, commandments are there for a reason. It's to bring forth life, not death. And everybody that hates Yahweh Shem Yahushai, y'all love death. Y'all love sinning. Y'all love transgressing the great law, statutes, commandments of our God, our power. And because of that, y'all had to be put to death. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. And we want to be worthy. Imagine getting put to death right alongside someone that's wicked of our people, or that's a heathen. That is a terrible way to go out in this world. To put yourself right there in that predicament. I know I don't want to be part of that. I know you brothers and few sisters that believe y'all don't want to be part of that. And that's why we continue to do the work until the bitter end of this captivity. Because we don't want to be part of the destruction. For what? For your own demise? That's why we work. That's why we continue to labor. Because our labor is not in vain. And this is for everyone's sake. For the elect's sake, first and foremost, of course. But for everybody else's sake. That this whole world is finally like transformed through righteousness. So let me get some water real quick. This is Genesis chapter 12 and verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. And everyone is going to have a certain portion. Everyone's going to be given out righteous judgments in the kingdom of heaven. If you're a heathen nation and you're abiding by our law, statutes, and commandments, and you're not transgressing them, you're going to be heavily blessed. And I'm talking to you heathens specifically. You're going to be in a good case. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have a very rough way of servitude, just like that king of the Ammonites, what he did to the nation of Israel, cutting off their ear in order to serve him. I'm gonna do the same thing. So y'all gonna have to listen attentively. Y'all gonna have to listen very, very seriously. And if y'all don't, you're gonna have to pay the consequences of that. Because y'all did it to us. Now we're gonna do it right back to you. It's only just. Let me get this. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 12. For the day of the Adonai Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Every single last one of y'all. Your pride is your destruction. It's for your own good. Because if you were to stay alive, you're only allowing other people to become more prideful and more arrogant. And that's why the Lord has to come back soon enough rather than later to destroy you people and your pride. Let me get this in Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And that's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. The worst of the worst is going to happen upon everybody in that time. And no one's going to be able to escape except for the elect of the nation of Israel. Verse 22 sounds so nice, you have to say it twice. Shout out to Brother Malak La'ab. Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And notice how the time has been going faster and faster. I don't know if it's just me. I'm pretty sure you other brothers know. I feel like things have been going slightly faster than usual. And that's the Lord picking up the pace with time. Picking up the pace for those that are the elect so they don't get destroyed. Right along with everybody that's wicked. And Adonai Tzak, our works and our faith and our true belief in our power will help us be literally have us in those chariots. And that's what we want. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And I'm ended out there. And in the days of these kings shall the power Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And it's going to exactly, it's going to stand forever. That's perfect. It's going to not go anywhere else. Everybody is going to be in the organic state. If you're a heathen, you're going to be under subjection under us in righteousness. We're not going to treat you like the Edomites do or how other nations treat you. We're going to treat you in righteousness. We're going to treat you in fair, justly, not unjustly. Like nowadays, things are just out of whack, false balances. It's just so bad for everybody, man. And that's why we need the kingdom of heaven. Because if we don't usher it in sooner rather than later, we all going to be completely out of our minds, man. Man, and we're tired. We're tired now, but we're not going to continue to stay tired because we have the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai abiding within us. This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 3. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, that it may be shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. He's angry with the wicked every day. And there's not one day the Lord is not angry because he knows how these people are. Yahweh Shai is seated at the right hand. Yahweh the Father, he sees everything because he just exists. So they're both pissed off and they want to render judgment and anger, and it's going to increase much more than it is right now. We're only on January 10th of 2025, and we don't even know if it's actually 2025 because Daniel chapter 7 talks about it right here, how our oppressors have changed the times. Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. And he shall speak great words against Yahweh, and shall wear out the saints of Yahweh, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. And that's how wicked our evil twin brother has been. Changing everything up. All for the sake of wickedness. And that's why we need the kingdom of heaven, because we're not going to allow these things to ever happen again. Right now, we're just in a great nightmare being the Israelites. This is a whole nightmare. And soon enough, we're going to get out of it. And I'm going to end out with this. This is Psalms chapter 126 and verse 1. When the Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. And this is just a dream, a very bad dream, a nightmare. Something that we've never expected would happen to us, all because we wanted to be disobedient to our power in the ancient world. All because we thought we didn't have to listen to Moses after getting out of Egypt, being 40 years in the wilderness. We still didn't learn at that time. We didn't learn anything at all. So the Lord had to treat us the hard way. And that hard way was what? Captivity, curses, you hating your own brother for no reason, more fatherless homes. These moms are just crazy, bugged out, man. Defiled food among the heathen. Let me get that actually. So I'm already talking about it. The food we eat is not natural. Yo, for everybody's sake, we need to get this kingdom ushered in sooner, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And that's literally this day. Defiled food. This food is disgusting that we eat. Artificial food. High fructose corn syrup. Red dye 40. Yellow dye 60. Whatever. All these various artificial things that are poisonous to our flesh, to our bodies, but we consume them. And why do we do that? Also because of our lack of knowledge. Not considering that these things are not good for us. Not reading. And the best way to hide something from a nigga is to put it in a book. And that's a fact. And that's why our people don't want to truly read the scriptures. Because they hate reading. And the best way to hide something from a nigga is to put it in a book. And that's the nation of Israel. I got to get this too, since we're on it. I don't want to quench the spirit. This is Ezekiel chapter 3. Before I read it, let me just get some water. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee into the house of Israel, and speak my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. The Lord just mocked you Israelites. That's how bad y'all are. Let me get that in the NLT. That's funny as hell, man. The Lord got a way of saying certain things about you Israelites. Because y'all hard-headed. Y'all stiff-necked. So he can talk shit. Because y'all not going to get it anyways. Yahweh's cold. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4 in the NLT. It's going to hit a lot harder. Then he said, Son of man, go to the people of Israel and give them my messages. I'm not sending you to a foreign people whose language you cannot understand. And shalom to Yawanathan Bakar. Yahweh Bashimel Shai Brakatah, brother. Shalom, man. Again, I'm not sending you to a foreign people whose language you cannot understand. No, I am not sending you to people with strange and difficult speech. If I did, they would listen. This is the kicker. But the people of Israel won't listen to you any more than they listen to me. For the whole lot of them are hard-headed and stubborn. This is our people in a nutshell. They don't consider. And because of that, that's why destruction has to come upon y'all. And upon everybody that's wicked. And that's only for your sakes. That's for your sakes. It's good that y'all get destroyed. Because y'all not in your right mind. And you're going to plague everybody else right along with y'all. If you're prideful, you're going to plague everybody else and make them prideful. And it goes so on and so forth with other sins. The Wild Judah said, like that former baseball announcer, LOL, out of here. Esau Edom out of here. Yeah, Jake, exactly, bro. Exactly. There's no other way to say it other than everybody needs help. That includes me, within the circumcision, the heathens, everybody. There's no other way to say it. Because if we're stuck here, I hope not, for another 100 years, which is not going to happen, I can confidently say we're not going to be here for the next 100 years in Babylon the Great. We're going to be out here sooner rather than later. Since 100 years, that's fucking crazy. But if we're really here, we're going to be, man, we're going to be older than we currently are. I'm only 27, and I might just feel like I'm a 60-year-old man in this body. And we're just going to eat defiled food, fake-ass water. See, this is fake-ass water. We're not supposed to be drinking from a bottled water. It has, if I'm not mistaken, estrogen-containing chemicals and other forms of bad things that can lower your testosterone and upgrade and more uplift your estrogen levels. Like, really? It's bad, man. That's why the Lord just really has to put a lot of vengeance upon you evil ass people. Brother Angel Padilla said, not gonna lie, you seem older than me. I'm 32. I'm getting old, bro. I'm old as hell. I'm only 27. Let me keep reading, actually. There's a lot of meat in the NLT. Verse 7 in Ezekiel chapter 3. But the people of Israel won't listen to you any more than they listen to me, for the whole lot of them are hard-hearted and stubborn. But look, I have made you as obstinate and hard-hearted as they are. I have made your forehead as hard as the hardest rock. So don't be afraid of them or fear their angry looks, even though they are rebels. And that's our people in a nutshell. Rebellious. Always, just everything that's righteous, it's bad in their eyes. You gotta think how bad, how sick our people really are. You know what? Let me get us Isaiah 1 on that. In the NLT. Because the NLT always hits hard. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Let's start at 2. And I'll read on down. Listen, O heavens, pay attention, earth. This is what the Lord Yahweh says. The children I raised and cared for have rebelled against me. Even an ox knows its owner, and a donkey recognizes its master's care. But Israel doesn't know its master. My people don't recognize my care for them. And the Lord cares about you Israelites. That's why he put y'all under the curses. So y'all can finally understand why y'all are where you are. Salakia. Again, oh, what a sinful nation they are. Loaded down with a burden of guilt. They are evil people. Corrupt children who have rejected Yahweh. They have despised the Holy One of Israel and turned their backs on him. They said, no, I want nothing to do with the Lord anymore. That's the nation of Israel. Crazy. When they see us out in the highways and hedges, the people that look just like them, they don't even want to ask us certain questions. Sometimes they will, of course, because that's how the ministry actually, over time, gained notoriety through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But majority of our people, they just really are lost very badly. They still believe in Caesar Borgia. They believe that the so-called white man is God, that they're above them in every way, which is crazy to think that in 2025, with all the information readily available out there about who you are and where you come from, they want to tell you that your whole history starts in the 1600s. But we want to look upon somebody like that with reverence and respect. Can't respect somebody like that. They lied to you and they deceived you into believing that you're nobody when you are somebody. Let me read on. Verse 5. Why do you continue to invite punishment? Why do our people allow this kind of stuff? Because they don't care. Must you rebel forever? Your head is injured and your heart is sick. You are battered from head to foot, covered with bruises, welts, and infected wounds, without any soothing ointments of bandages. And that's literally right now as we speak. That's what the scripture's talking about. And that's come to pass right now. Our people are sick everywhere, starting with Judah, all the way down to the other 11 tribes. And if the Lord doesn't come back sooner, we're fucked. We're fucked. If we don't have Yahweh Shai, I can confidently say you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you people are so, like, there's no remedy for y'all. There's really no remedy. Y'all talk about killing your own, murdering your own brothers and sisters, committing adultery against your own brothers and sisters, being sodomites, being faggots, not honoring your father and your mother, acting like monsters, not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, period. Y'all are a bunch of monsters. And that's why the Lord needs to come back, because we can't allow this kind of stuff to exist, especially in our kingdom, under Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's not going to be allowed. That's something that's going to be way in the past, and it's never going to happen to us and our people ever again. It was just all a learning lesson, a lesson so that we can understand what wickedness does to a people and what happens when you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's literally only pertaining to a very small group of us. So we can usher in righteousness. And then no more sin upon sin. No more just doing what you want to do because you feel like it. And that's how people act like. And it boggles my mind. That right there, I think I'm going to close it out and say, Kol Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And again, I want to say Shalom to the elected nation of Israel, who we adore all things for. Adonai Tazak, I'll be out in the highways and hedges, either later tonight or tomorrow morning. That's all I really got to say through the Spirit. And Shalom to all you brothers and sisters who believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai yet again. Continue to fight, continue to manifest the kingdom of heaven. Because 2025 is looking like the year, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. So we can get out of here. Shalom.